6. Squish. Cicero.
Lipschitz.
And now, the 6 merry murderesses of the Cook County Jail in their rendition of the Cell Block Tango. Pop. 6. Squish. Cicero.
Lipschitz.
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 He had it coming, he had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you had been there, if you had seen it, I bet you would have done the same.
Pop. 6. Squish. Cicero.
Lipschitz.
Pop. 6. Squish. Cicero.
Lipschitz.
You know how people have these little habits that get you down. Like Bernie. Bernie liked to chew gum. No, not chew. Pop. So I came home this one day and I'm really irritated. And I'm looking for a little bit of sympathy. And there's Bernie, lying on the couch, drinking a beer and chewing. No, not chewing. Popping. So I said to him, "You pop that gum one more time." And he did. So I took the shotgun off the wall and I fired 2 warning shots into his head.
He had it coming, he had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you had been there, if you had heard it, I bet you would have done the same.
I met Ezekiel Young from Salt Lake City about 2 years ago, and he told me he was single, and we hit it up right away. So we started living together. He'd go to work, he'd come home, I'd fix him a drink, we'd have dinner. And I found out. Single, he told me. Single my ass. Not only was he married, oh no, he had 6 wives. One of those Mormons, you know. So that night, when he came home from work, I fixed him his drink as usual. You know, some guys just can't hold their arsenic.
He had it coming, he had it coming. He took a flower in his closet, and then he used it, and he abused it. It was a murder, but not a crime.
Now I'm standing in the kitchen, carving up a chicken for dinner, minding my own business. It's towards my husband Wilbur in a jealous rage. "You been screaming milkman," he says. He was crazy. And he kept on screaming, "You been screaming the milkman." And then he ran into my knife. He ran into my knife 10 times.
If you had been there, if you had seen it, I bet you would have done the same.
Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba.
Yeah, but did you do it?
Not guilty.
My sister Veronica and I had this double act, and my husband Charlie traveled around in this. Now for the last number in our act. We did this 20 acrobatic tricks in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, splits, spread eagles, backflips, flip flags, one right after the other. So this one night, before the show, we were down at the Hotel Cicero. The 3 of us buzzing, have a few laughs. And he ran out of ice. So I go out to get some. I come back, open the door, and there's Veronica and Charlie doing number 17, the spread eagles. Well, I was in such a stage of shock. I completely blacked out. I can't remember a thing. It wasn't until later, when I was washing the blood off my hands, I even knew they were dead.
They had it coming. 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 He had it coming. All over. I didn't do it. She didn't do it. But if I done it, but if she done it, could you tell me that I was wrong? They had it coming. 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 They took a flower in his car. I didn't do it. And then they used it. But if I done it, any of you, how could you tell me that I was wrong?
I love Aloysius more than I can possibly say. He was a real artistic guy, sensitive, a painter. But he was always trying to find himself. He'd go out every night looking for himself, and on the way, he found Ruth, Gladys, Rosemary, and Irving. I guess you could say we broke up because of artistic differences. He saw himself as alive, and I saw him dead.
The dirty bum 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 bum. The dirty bum 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 bum. They had it come. 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 They had it all along. Cause if they use us, and they abuse us, how could you tell us that we were wrong? He had it come. He had it come. He had it come. He had it come. We only had to pray. If you had seen it, I bet sure you would have done the same.
You pop that gum
Single
one more
night
10
dance.
times. Number 17, the spread eagle.
Artistic differences.
Pop. 6. Squish.
Uh-huh.
Cicero.
Lipstick.